Hello all YouTubers, I am the Weather Dude, the weatherman that you can trust. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you all for tuning back into this presentation for April 16th, 2019. Today's presentation is going to be flash flooding and tornadoes will be possible yet again for the South Central and the Southeastern United States, okay? So stay tuned for that. As always, you know the drill. Please subscribe and ring the bell notifications. Also, look in the description below for other great videos from me with superior weather content that you will not find anywhere else. And please consider watching the whole video because it helps out my channel very much. Okay, so we're going to study the South Central United States and the Southeastern United States for this video. Okay, so if you live down these parts, you want to especially focus on it. But even if you don't, just watch anyway, so that way you will know a little bit more about the weather than you did before. Okay, so this is the MSLP precipitation, kind of like your mini low resolution radar. Okay, this is around Wednesday night. Then you can see Oklahoma and Texas border by the Panhandle, some moderate to heavy rainfall potentially. Okay, and here's the low pressure, pretty strong. Okay, 994. That's pretty strong. Okay, if you had just a little bit more cold air pulled down from the north, which you do have some, which is why it is snowing back in the mountains of Colorado. We do have some cold air being pulled down from the north because the storm system is very strong. Okay, so as we time this out, okay, watch this. Okay, Thursday morning, you can't really see the low. Sometimes it just disappears, but you can see heavy rain. Okay, over eastern Texas. Again, these same areas that got hit by the severe weather last weekend. Okay, and look at this, more heavy rain built into western Tennessee, northern Mississippi continues to get some heavy rainfall. Not stuff to mess around with. Okay, and eventually all the precipitation pulls out. Expected rainfall amounts about 2 inches plus anywhere, at least in like this light shade of pink and purple. Okay, so Oklahoma Texas border right here. Okay, anywhere like this light purple or darker purple. Okay, he's going to expect about 2 inches plus of rain, about 2 to 3 inches of rain. Okay, with an isolated spot picking up 4 inches in the next few days. And that's just from this storm system. Okay, so this rainfall will be very dangerous. And there's also a severe aspect to the storm as well. Okay, so let's time it out for the southeast now. Okay, so it's time for you, places like eastern Texas, probably going to start again Thursday morning. Then moves into the southeast by about Thursday night. Okay, we see a lot of moderate to heavy rain, especially like Mississippi, Tennessee, southern Illinois, Indiana, eastern Missouri, and eventually it pushes its way to the east. We get some more there's a lot of oranges and reds popping on MSLP, okay? And this is a lower resolution than radar, meaning precipitation will always be a little bit underscored than what a radar would provide. For example, the NAM 3 cam, okay? And to see reds on here would be like purples on the radar, okay? This is like extreme rainfall amounts, possibly. Okay, and this is the GFS, so that's very low resolution. Okay, and then eventually it pulls up to the mid-Atlantic, and once it gets up to the mid-Atlantic, the storm is going to start to strengthen. Okay, the pressure in millibars will drop below 990, which is kind of like almost hurricane status. Okay, more like tropical storm status. And eventually the storm pushes out the southeast. How much rainfall are we expecting? Again, about 2 inches plus for a lot of areas from Georgia, Carolinas, up through Pennsylvania. Okay, again, as I mentioned earlier, 2 to 3 inches is expected. Parts of the southeast and south central. Okay, like I said, 2 to 3 inches, with possibly some areas getting up 4 inches. Okay, so that's the projected rainfall according to the GFS model. Now, what we're going to look at is going to look a little bit confusing, but you've seen this in my videos before, so hopefully this should look familiar to you. This is the ML Cape and wind crossovers. Okay, so I'm going to zoom the clock to 18 hours from now. Now, any white lines you see, okay, these white lines are pointing up. That means the winds are coming from the south. The white lines basically mean surface winds, 10-meter winds, okay? That is your surface wind indicated in the white. Anywhere that you see that is in that green arrow that's pointing like this way, okay, that's your winds at about 5,000 feet. Okay, the yellow ones, do not focus on those. That's like 18,000 feet. We really don't need to know this, okay? You want to focus on the white and the green. Now, one thing you might notice, and if you're a meteorologist like myself, hopefully you would catch on to this, is that the white bars are the winds are coming from the south at the surface, but they're coming from the south and west at about 5,000 feet. Okay, this is typical with these storms. Okay, with these severe weather storms. That means you got winds from the south at the surface, winds from the southwest at 5,000 feet. You're gonna start getting that rotation, and here comes those tornadoes. Okay, could also have some significant winds as well. You can see winds past 70 miles an hour, some large hail, or at least medium to large sized hail. Okay, lots of flooding, thunder and lightning galore. Okay, maybe even some tornadoes if I haven't mentioned that as well. Okay. So, we're going to look for the south and east now. Okay, again, this will continue to push to the south central. Again, those wind crossovers really starting to ramp up. Okay, in this section right here, you can see some enhanced risks of tornadoes. Then, it pushes over to the south and east. Now, it won't be quite as strong as it has in the south and east. Okay, the severe threat, the greatest severe threat in the southeast will be down here. Okay, for the south central, the greatest severe threat will be up here. Okay, but it'll push through. Okay, but you can still see we do have some wind crossovers. Okay, so some winds coming out of the south at the surface, and some winds coming out of the south and west, but not like as they're more like adjacent to each other, which means not as much rotation. And then the storm strengthens and eventually pulls off the coast. By Saturday and Saturday, we just have some leftover showers and thunderstorms. Okay. So, day one convective outlook I did not provide because there's no severe threat today. However, tomorrow, Wednesday, the 17th, we do have an enhanced risk of severe weather from Oklahoma down through central Texas. Okay, areas in the enhanced risk include Dallas, Austin, Fort Worth, Oklahoma City, and Arlington, Texas. Okay, San Antonio, Kansas City, Tulsa, Wichita, Shreveport, all in those slight areas. Houston, Memphis, Omaha, St. Louis, and Corpus Christi for tomorrow will be in a marginal risk. Okay, if you add up, that's about like well over 50 million people getting impacted by severe weather tomorrow. Okay, it is dark green, yellow, or orange. Light green does not count. That's just plain old rain and thunderstorms. Okay, so what does this all mean? Okay, marginal. If you're in that dark green area, isolated severe storms possible. They're limited in duration, coverage, and intensity. Slight and enhanced are the ones you should worry about. Okay, these are the ones you should worry about right here. Scattered to numerous severe storms possible. Slight or short-lived, they're not widespread, but they could be intense. Okay, and enhanced is more widespread, more persistent, and more intense thunderstorms. Now we're going to move to Thursday. And like I said, in the southeast, the severe threat will be limited to southern Louisiana and southern Mississippi. Okay, maybe parts of western Alabama as well. Okay, New Orleans, Baton Rouge, Jackson, Mississippi, Metairie, Louisiana, Lafayette, Louisiana, all in an enhanced risk for severe weather on Thursday. Memphis, Nashville, Birmingham, Montgomery, Mobile, you're at a slight risk. And then Houston, Atlanta, St. Louis, Louisville, and Shreveport, all in a marginal risk for severe weather. And about more than 38 million people will be affected by severe weather on Thursday in this particular area, in that triangle area. Now Friday, it's going to look a little different because we are 4 days out. The graph's going to look a little different. Tomorrow, if you were to look at this graph, it looks something like this. Okay, if you're in this yellow area, it's way out ahead of time, but they're saying a slight risk of severe weather. If you're in this white area just outside of that yellow area, okay, that's to be like your marginal risk. Okay, they don't know because it's just too far out ahead of time. But so far, Jacksonville, Florida, Charlotte, North Carolina, Washington, D.C., Virginia Beach, and Raleigh, North Carolina, about 36.5 million people to be affected by severe weather on Friday. But it's just too far out to tell yet. Okay, joules per kilogram, is the thermal heat capacity. So if you're like in those yellows, oranges, and reds, more thermal heat, more thunderstorms. So basically, the higher joules per kilogram that you see here, as you can see with this number over here, higher joules per kilogram, more severe weather you can have due to more thermal heat. Okay, and look at this. This is valid Wednesday night. Look at the joules per kilograms over central Texas here, like around Austin and San Antonio. 44,328 joules per kilogram. That is crazy. Okay, like David Schlauhauer was saying in one of his videos. And then it pulls off to the east by Friday. Let's look to the south and east now. Okay, joules per kilogram, again, not as much. Still pretty decent though. We're talking about over 3,000 joules per kilogram. Okay, over the southeast. Okay, including the Carolinas. So please be very careful out there. A lot of thermal heat. Some thunderstorms could fire up and ignite. Okay, we will have more updates on the severe weather in the next couple days. Stay tuned. Please subscribe. Thank you for watching this video. I am the Weather Dude, signing off. Till next time.